Welcome back, everybody, to my channel. Today's story is about a house that's so haunted, workers refuse to enter it. It's a terrifying tale of a house that was moved from one location to another and the ghosts that followed. The story is called The Riddle House, Ghosts That Follow. It all started when the house at 123 South Swinton Avenue in West Palm Beach, Florida, needed to be demolished. But before that, it was going to be moved to a historical park in West Palm Beach. At least that was the plan. The problem was the house was extremely haunted. And when the workers went to move it, they experienced some seriously scary stuff. You see, the house had been built in 1926 by Edward Riddle. He lived there with his wife and their two daughters until he died in 1944. His widow then sold the house and it stayed in the family for many years. But eventually it was sold to someone else who decided to renovate it. That's when things got strange. As the workers were doing their job, they heard doors slamming, saw shadows moving, and even felt the presence of someone watching them. But that wasn't all. One of the workers was attacked by a spirit they came to call Joseph. He would grab their tools and throw them around, and he even broke one worker's leg. After hearing these stories, nobody wanted to set foot inside the house. Finally, a young couple bought the home with the intention of restoring it. They didn't believe in ghosts, so they weren't scared. However, once they moved in, they realized that the house was not just haunted, it was dangerous. They heard footsteps above their heads, shaking pictures off the walls and slamming doors. Then one day, while exploring the attic, they found a hidden room. Inside, they found old diaries that told the story of a man named Joseph, who was Edward Riddle's brother. He had died in the house in 1912 after falling down the stairs. When they read his diary, they realized that he was not only violent, but he also had a very dark side. He had been an abusive husband and an alcoholic, and he had taken his own life after killing his wife. They also discovered that he had a son who died a few years later from a drug overdose. The couple who now owned the house had the remains of Joseph and his family dug up and moved to a different cemetery. They hoped this would put an end to the hauntings, but they were wrong. A few days later, the ghost of Joseph appeared before them and introduced himself. He told them that he was the one who had been haunting the house, and he apologized for the trouble he had caused. He explained that he had been trying to protect his family from harm, but he had been unable to do so. The ghost then disappeared, and the hauntings came to an end. Now, the house is open to the public as a museum, and while visitors have reported seeing the ghost of Joseph, he has never done any harm. Some houses never forget, no matter where they're moved. Thanks for watching, everyone. Do you believe in ghosts? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to hear more stories like this one, stay tuned for more.